Assalamu alaikum, everyone. This podcast is about the one thing that everybody loves, which is love and marriage. Most people love it and want it because it's the half of their deen. Women, we often can't wait to have children with the one that we love. And so this is a very important topic for us all because everyone is looking for it. However, the one thing that I've always pondered and thought about is love itself, and that we must have love in order for our marriage to be successful. However, what is it exactly? Like what is love in itself, and what is its essence? And the more I think about it, the more I explore it, it seems like the essence of love is mercy. And the essence of mercy is forgiveness. So if we think about the way that I've seen people approach, and I have approached as well, love, we generally look for somebody who is sort of what we think is perfect for us. We're looking for this perfection, or this high status of a male for sisters and a high status of a woman for males. And I'm just questioning whether or not this is actually what we should be looking for. Because if you think about it, if this is true, that love is the essence of mercy, and mercy is the essence of forgiveness, means and already says and states that that person's going to make a lot of mistakes. I mean, just think about it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves us more than a mother can love her own child, of course, with her fitrah intact, because we have some moms who don't, might have some mental illnesses and things. But we're talking about a mother whose fitrah is complete and intact. Their love for their child, which is generally extremely high, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's love is much more. And he said he created us to make mistakes. So this makes a lot of sense for the essence of love to be mercy, and for the essence of mercy to be mistakes or forgiveness. When you are in love with someone, you don't think about at the beginning their mistakes. That's like the last thing you think. When you're when you're already in a situation where you're gonna argue, you start thinking about, oh, he made this, he made that. And same thing for a woman, she made this or she made that. But that's the bulk of the marriage, the love that you're supposed to have. Is this relentless forgiveness of this person. When this person's at his lowest, this person is there for them no matter what. Needless to say, that when they do make mistakes, you don't just, allow them to, if it's a major mistake, just allow them to make it, but you'll be the first one to tell them in the most appropriate manner. But you're still there, and you're still with them, and you're still continuing with them throughout. And when you approach, I find that when you approach it like that, you find that you start to love and like different types of people. You don't particularly look for a lot of those things that a lot of people look for, this perfectionism. Because a lot of times when you look for that, they end up being the wrong person for you. Because a lot of times it's a very empty, even if you are in a marriage and you so-called look for this and you all both look successful on the outside, and think, but there are a lot of hidden things and underlying things that are going on in the marriage that sometimes you're not supposed to broadcast to everyone else. But if you want it to be healthy, you have to be honest with yourself. If you're a single person like I am, you have to be honest. You have to be honest with what type of person will fulfill you in your life to be happy. Because you want somebody, guys, that you are going to be in Jenna with and that you want Jenna for. Like, really, really want Jenna for. You're praying for this person to be better. You're praying for this person to make it with you. Not this, I spent 20 years with this person, I'd rather have something else in Jenna, which I've often heard from some married couples. Like, I'm done after this, after earth, I'm done. Even though Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make that person more beautiful and more perfect, and they won't have a lot of the flaws and things like that in Jannah. But you often will hear this in dunya, people saying this. And I just really think that if we approached it a little different before we got married, a lot of these things wouldn't happen. And marriage is so important in our deen. And if we had that happiness with spouses, between spouses, our children would even thrive even more. Because right now, even in the Muslim Ummah, our children are intelligent, but they're suffering deen-wise a lot, and especially in America. Deen-wise is very difficult. Even if you do have two parents who are on deen and doing their best, they cannot have some of those avenues that will get them off their deen, like social media or TV. You will still find that the deen is a struggle, particularly here because of the culture here. But when you have two people in love, you will find, really, really in love with each other, and actually expressing this whole mercy and I'm there for you. Your mistakes are cute and I want to help you through them no matter what. If you have that, a lot of times your children have a fighting chance, and generally, because that love generally trickles down to your offspring, and then you can have a truly, truly bright Islamic offspring when you have that type of love inside the house. I honestly, I'm just going to be honest. I haven't seen the type of love I'm talking about. I have not seen in the newer generations. And because I am a convert, my only example of this was like my grandparents' parents or something like that. And they were Christian. So I know in Christianity, if they can do that, I know that Muslims have done it. I just haven't had that example just because of where I come from. In Islam, I haven't seen it just yet. So I'm hoping that this podcast will bring some light to love, and add something to the table about what it actually is. And if we actually figure out and ponder and pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala about what it actually is, and we get that down, I think that then it's time for us to look for a spouse. And I think we should look for a spouse on that type of light. And that type of light, I just think it'll be better for the ummah and just in general, rather than raising the bar so high that everybody is untouchable. Where the dawah is the mar is like 2 million or something, which is, to me, is just crazily ridiculous. But I just think that it will, and I think that I believe that it will be much stronger ummah for it. So that's all I have for you guys today. And I just thought that marriage was a very important topic. So I'll see you soon in the next episode. Assalamu alaikum.